going on, everybody? Joseph Hadid here for Worldwide Sport Updates, your podcast, your news.
Good
your
morning,
community.
sports family. Thank you for tuning in to Worldwide Sport Updates, your podcast, your sports, your news, your local community. It is TGIF. Hopefully, everybody had a great week, work week, of course, and school week. It is ready for this upcoming weekend. It is Friday, January 17th, 2025. Again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for commenting, sharing it out, subscribing, and listening to our podcast on a daily basis. Again, whatever podcast you may listen to, if you're listening to us, we appreciate you. Always let us know what we're doing wrong, what we can improve on, and what needs to be changed. And we're always here to give you our ears and listen to those feedbacks as we improve the channel and grow the channel, of course. Again, we appreciate the love, ladies and gentlemen, as you always tuning in on a daily basis to get the sports updates. Again, whichever podcast, again, we're not upset if you listen to other podcasters out there, but we appreciate if you listen to us, as we're always committed and dedicated to delivering sports updates to you throughout the daily week, that is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, again, this is your podcast of Worldwide Sport Updates. Yours truly, your host, Joseph Hadid, to deliver to you daily sports notifications that transpired this past week. We're going to go through them. We're going to cover NHL, NBA, NFL, MLS, college basketball, women's and men's, everything, you name it. We're always here to deliver those sports updates to you on a daily basis, throughout the daily week, that is. All right, let's go over what transpired in NBA this past week. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about Oklahoma City Thunder. Yeah, we're going to talk about Oklahoma City Thunder, their clash with the Cleveland Cavaliers yesterday in a battle of the NBA's best conferences, that is. But before we do that, let's talk about Devin Booker, who scored 37 points, and Washington, D.C.'s native Kevin Durant added 23, fueling the visiting Phoenix Suns in a wire-to-wire victory over Washington, that is, the Wizards. So that was a pretty impressive victory by the Phoenix Suns. Shai Alexander, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right to the Oklahoma City Thunder's amazing victory last night. Shai Alexander scored 40 points to lead the Oklahoma City Thunder to a 134-114 home win over the Cleveland Cavaliers. They got their revenge on Thursday in a matchup between the two teams with the NBA's best records. The Cavs came in as the number one offensive team in the league, while Oklahoma City ranked atop the NBA in defensive rating. The the Oklahoma City Thunder, that is, dominated, reeling off a 22-2 run over the final 6 minutes of the first quarter, then extending that run to 30-2 in the second quarter. Luguentz Dort scored a season-high 22 points for the Thunder, going 6 of 9 from beyond the three-point line. And Dort also helped lock down Cleveland's Donovan Mitchell, helping Thunder hold Mitchell to just 8 points on 3 of 15 shooting. And Darius Garland also led the Cavs with 20 points, while Jarrett Allen scored 13 on 6 of 6 shooting in the loss to Oklahoma City Thunder. All right, let's shift over to some NFL news. National Football League, ladies and gentlemen. Ranking the MVP candidates post the wildcard games. Let's rank them, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start off with the quarterbacks. We're going to talk about the quarterbacks. And then we have one running back who is a hometown hero, ladies and gentlemen, in the city of Allentown. That is none other than Saquon Barkley, that is. But before we get to that, let's rank them. We got to rank them, right? Of course. My number one rank is, ladies and gentlemen, none other than Josh Allen, Buffalo Bills quarterback. Josh Allen powered the Bills to the NFL's second highest scoring average, 30.9 points per game this season, with 3,731 passing yards, 28 touchdowns, and a career-low 1.2 percentage interception rate, adding 531 rushing yards and 12 rushing scores. Allen's improved decision-making led to a dominant win. In the playoffs, he shined with 272 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a 135.4 passer rating, solidifying his MVP case. My number 2 rating is none other than Baltimore Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson. Jackson ranks second in MVP odds with an impressive number, 4,172 passing yards, 41 touchdowns, and a career-high 8.6 percentage touchdown rate. He also posted a career-low 4 interceptions. Jackson helped Baltimore average 30.5 points per game, just behind the Bills. Meanwhile, in their head-to-head, the Ravens triumphant 35-10 in their last meeting, highlighting Jackson's ability to outshine Allen in offensive production, especially in the postseason. 175 yards and 2 touchdowns. And the third on my list in the rankings is none other than Saquon Barkley of the Philadelphia Eagles. Saquon Barkley's remarkable 2024 season with 2,005 rushing yards and 13 touchdowns, by the way, very impressive, solidifies his spot in the MVP conversation, though he remains behind quarterback Allen and Jackson. Notably, Barkley became just the 9th player to reach 2,000 yards, averaging 5.8 yards per attempt. And however, despite his stellar performance, he's more likely to claim Offensive Player of the Year honors and not the MVP award. Also, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of the NFL, enjoy this weekend's, ladies and gentlemen, blockbuster games. And get your popcorn ready. We have both... Excuse me. I had to sneeze there, I'm sorry. We have Baltimore Ravens versus the Buffalo Bills. Sunday night showdown. We also have the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Los Angeles Rams. And on Saturday, we have, which is tomorrow, Kansas City Chiefs versus the Houston Texans. And after that game, we have the Commanders versus the Detroit Lions. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if I want to throw predictions out there, I am actually going to throw predictions out there. I'm gonna give them to you. This is like my free picks for you for the weekend, for the divisional round playoffs. Here are my predictions and who I picked to win this weekend's playoff games. The showdown between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans. My pick for that one is none other than Kansas City. Detroit Lions versus the Commanders. My pick for that one is the Detroit Lions. Philadelphia Eagles versus the Los Angeles Rams. I'm going with the Philadelphia Eagles. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, my upset pick of the weekend, I am going with Baltimore Ravens upsetting the Buffalo Bills on the road this upcoming weekend. Those are my picks for you, ladies and gentlemen. For all my sports bettors out there, if you're doing any money lines or spreads, those are my picks for this upcoming weekend. Enjoy football weekend, folks. Strap on your seatbelt. Get your popcorn ready. We are in for a beautiful football weekend. All right. With that being said, let's shift over to some NHL hockey news. Oilers rally from a 3-goal deficit to beat Avs. Yes. The Colorado Avalanche, that is. All right. Evan Bouchard scored the winning goal late in the third period, capping the Edmonton Oilers' rally from a 3-goal deficit to beat the Colorado Avalanche 4-3 in Denver again last night. Bouchard also had an assist, and Connor McDavid also had a goal and an assist, and Brett Kulak and Victor Arvidsson added goals for Edmonton, which has won 4 straight games and 8 out of their 9. Leon Draisaitl chipped in 2 assists, and Stuart Skinner made 22 saves. The Oilers completed the comeback when Bouchard's shot from the right circle beat Mackenzie Blackwood at 13 minutes and 5 seconds left in the third period. The loss spoiled a 2-goal night for Colorado's Nathan MacKinnon, and Logan O'Connor also scored, and Blackwood turned away 23 shots. Defensive-man Sam Gerard returned to the Colorado's lineup after missing 3 games with an upper body injury. All right, let's shift over to some Major League Baseball news. Mets have done that. Yeah, the Mets have done that with Francisco Lindor. MLB Insider predicts that Vladimir Guerrero Jr. in Queens scenario. That means the New York Mets have Vladimir Guerrero Jr. on their radar. Let's get right to it. With Pete Alonso's time in New York all but over, the Mets are being linked with Toronto's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. per recent reports, according to articles and websites and MLB.com. Alonso's camp rejected a $68 to $70 million deal, which was worth to that amount for 3 years, offered by the Mets. That could be the final nail in the coffin on the Slugger's contract negotiations with the team. On his emphasis, the Michael K show, that is. Yeah, on the emphasis of the Michael K show. Sorry, I didn't make that clarification good enough. The Yankee broadcaster, along with MLB insider Buster Olney, discussed the alternate route the Metropolitans could take after moving on from Alonso. The duo discussed the possible acquisition of former American League MVP runner-up Vladimir Guerrero Jr. from the Toronto Blue Jays. So, this should be interesting. Yeah, this should be interesting. We'll see if this is going to be a completed transaction and the New York Mets happen to land Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That'll be very interesting. We're going to keep an eye on that very much. All right, let's shift over to some Major League Soccer news. Yeah, we have some soccer to talk about. Neymar is close to joining the MLS team. The Brazilian is currently without a club following a challenging stint in Saudi Arabia, prompting him to seek a new destination. Neymar, one of the global football icons, is currently without a club after a difficult period in Saudi Arabia, leading him to search for a new home. The situation has sparked interest from several clubs, with the MLS practically standing out. In recent years, this league has attracted numerous renowned stars such as Lionel Messi and Luis Suarez. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for this week. I will see you on next Friday's recorded podcast. Till then, hit the like button, subscribe, share it out, let everybody know what Worldwide Sport Updates is all about. Your podcast, your sports, your news, your local community. Sports family, take care of each other. Have yourself a great weekend. And happy Martin Luther King Jr. to everybody out there that celebrates Martin Luther King. To many people out there, they have a 3-day weekend coming up. Yeah, so enjoy your weekend, folks. Enjoy your weekend, sports family. Take care of each other. Stay blessed. All right? And we will interact on next Friday's recorded podcast. Have yourself a great one and take care of each other. Bye-bye. This is Joseph Hadid. Signing off.